What's up guys, Ryan here. Today I wanted to talk about Amazon Project Zero because it's awesome, and if you're selling on Amazon FBA, it needs to be on your radar. So first, a little bit of context why it's relevant. So Amazon Project Zero is a part of the evolution of brand registry. Now, if you're not familiar with brand registry, it's essentially where you can register your register your brand with Amazon. In order to do so, you have to have a trademark. Now, people have mentioned that you might be able to get a trademark for cheaper and faster in the UK, and that Amazon in the United States, even though it would only be trademarked overseas unless you also trademarked it in the United States, people have said that they'll also honor a UK trademark and let you into brand registry. Keep in mind, it's really about being in brand registry that matters, because then you get access to things like enhanced brand content and sponsored brand, aka headline search ads. So brand registry is amazing. You should file a trademark somewhere. I just did mine in the US for my first brand, and I'm filing a second one right now for a global umbrella brand, but it's definitely worth doing. So Amazon Project Zero is kind of like the next step of that, and they've tried to turn over tools to sellers to police their own product listings, because ever since, it's funny how the timelines sort of lined up, but when Amazon opened their marketplace to international sellers, namely China, and I'm talking about Amazon.com, there was a massive influx in counterfeit sales and hijackers on listings. So it's weird how those timelines lined up. I'm not pointing any fingers, but anyways, there's been an influx of hijackers. It's been tough for Amazon to scale their internal team, to help deal with the number of reports of hijacked product listings. When I say hijacked, I mean a lot of times someone may be selling a very similar product that jumps on a product listing, but if it's not the same, if it doesn't have the brand slapped on there, the logo, and they don't have express authority to sell that brand, again, from the brand owner who has trademarked it, then you shouldn't be allowed to sell on Amazon. And they agree. And there is actually a bunch of rules you have to read through in order to get into Amazon Project Zero before you can use the tool that they allow you access to protect your listings. So if you go to Amazon's Project Zero website, you can click join waitlist, and hopefully they will eventually let you in. So I don't even remember how long did it take. It might have taken me along the lines of a month to 2 months, I don't remember exactly. I should have looked before I recorded this video, but it was something like 2 months, I think, before I got in after joining the waitlist. And I honestly had probably forgot by that time when I did hear back from them. But when I got in, I clicked. It took me to a page where it made me read a bunch of information about the self-service counterfeit removal tool, because they want to make sure, if they turn this power over to sellers to police their listings, that it's not abused. If it does get abused, they will revoke your access to it, as you would imagine. So it's a good read. I'm not going to spend this whole video reading the information to you, but you essentially really have to be sure that when you remove a counterfeit, that it is in fact violating Amazon's terms. All right, and you also have the ability to remove entire ASINs. So if someone starts a new ASIN selling your brand, which is probably rare, hijackers normally look for one of the top selling products on some keywords, and if the brand isn't in brand registry, they can just hop right on that listing and say that they're selling the same product, but undercut the person who started the product listing. That's probably the most common occurrence. So you can remove offers, and this is what I have experience doing myself. So scrolling through this content, again, not going to read it to you, but it is worth a read. I read the whole thing because right after you read it, there is a quiz. And fortunately for you, you've got me here to basically give you the answers if you don't care. But I mean, again, it's worth being familiar with the rules. Anyways, first question, yes. Second question, no. Third, yes. Fourth, no. Fifth, no. All right. And after that, 5 questions. You're ready to police your listings. Using the tool is very easy. So here's a screenshot from the self-service counterfeit removal tool. Again, you can't use it until you get through the quiz. And when you use this tool, you're going to want to look up your ASIN, and then what it does is it will say offers and images. So you click to expand the offers, and you should see your own offer and then your competitor's offer. And there might be more. And when I say competitor, it's really the hijacker, right? When you see that, just click the checkbox next to any offers you want to remove and then click next. And you'll go to this screen. So now you'll see it'll autofill your brand name, I think. And then underneath that, because you're in brand registry, your trademark or trademarks plural will show up in the second dropdown. So go ahead and select the trademark that's relevant to this offer. And then it says, if you conducted a test buy, please share the order ID. Absolutely do a test buy. Do not skip that step. You do not want to risk Amazon, because what if you didn't do a test buy and Amazon's like, well, why are you just assuming this is counterfeit? So definitely do a test buy. Again, you can always just return it and say this wasn't the product I ordered, and that makes them, the hijacker, look bad as well. And then put your contact information in and click remove counterfeit. That's pretty much it, guys. After you do that, it took 2 hours the first time I used it before Amazon sent me an email essentially just saying, thank you for using the Project Zero self-service counterfeit removal tool. The following items you submitted through Project Zero self-service counterfeit removal tool were removed from the Amazon store. Then they give you the information. Please ensure you maintain a high accuracy in your counterfeit removal submissions to retain access to the Project Zero self-service removal tool. So they're very upfront, and they're always reminding you, hey, like, make sure you're not abusing this thing. As long as you don't, they're cool with keeping the Amazon catalog clean from hijackers. And then I had to show the picture. Sorry, hijacker, you've been terminated. So about 2 hours later, I got that email. I checked my product listing. His offer was no longer there. So I got to go back in, and because this was on like one of my initial like early product listings, been live on Amazon for over 2 years. It's just crushing, makes me thousands of dollars every month. And I've had to like lower the price to stay competitive with this guy. So it's pain in the ass. And I've had other times in the past where I dealt with hijackers doing there's like tools that can there's automated repricers, because if everybody has similar account feedback, similar prices, the automated repricer can just shed a penny underneath everybody else, and you typically win the buy box for the majority of the time. Again, buy box algorithm is a little bit more complicated than that, but majority of the time that'll work. So this got rid of the hijacker. Life is good. And yeah, that's it for today's video, guys. I've also made another video about helping to attempt to remove hijackers if you're not in brand registry. I will link to that video in one of the YouTube cards. So if you click the, I think this will work. If you click the little like information thing above my head, you should be able to expand from the sidebar and see that video. Anyways, guys, thank you for watching this video. If you liked it, please hit that like button. Please consider subscribing. And any questions, comments, or feedback, hit me up below. I'll see you at the next one.